Hello YouTube, Chester Boyer, and welcome to my first ever Gozyuger review. And so today we're taking a look at the deluxe Tega sword. So this is a weapon/hand transformation device that of course, that can transform into its mecha form, which we'll get to that later. And this can interact with Sentai rings. So in the set, you got the Tega sword itself, 2 Sentai rings, and 2 adult-sized ring bands. So with that out of the way, let's take a look at the rings first. So let's take a look at the Sentai rings on their own first. So you can tell these are the this is this year's collectible gimmick of the season. So, of course, this is a way to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Super Sentai. So here is the Goju Wolf Sentai ring. You see it's done in gold here with some black paint across the visor. Of course, you got some clear red plastic here, and of course this is gold paint. So there you go. Here's the pin system, and this is the pin set here on the back, which we'll get to that later. And of course, on the back here, there's a wristband here, which when you get this out of the box, it comes with this attached, which you can slide this off, and you can replace that with an adult size ring band. So you can do that. Of course, you can put this on your ring finger. Very nice. Very cool. Of course, go ahead and remove that and put the kid size band on like that. And there we go. Next up is the Tega Sword Red Sentai ring. You can see it's done in all red. It's all clear red plastic with some gold paint on it for the eyes, the mane, the claws, and of course you can see there's a hinge there, which we'll get to that later. And again, there's the pin set there in the back. And of course, stick with the other ring. You can, in fact, put this on your ring finger. And just like that. Again, very neat. So, yeah. And with that out of the way, let's bring in the Tega sword. So here is the Tega sword on its own. As you can see, it is literally a hand sword. Now, if I can recall, I think Tega sword is also wordplay. There's some wordplay behind that name of this toy. Like, if you guys like Tega sword into Tega soldo, it translates to hand is sword, so which is very clever. I will admit. So yeah, so let's look at the hand part itself. You can see it is done in gold plastic. It's not paint, and I think the gray bit's silver. I think for the this bit's right here. Of course, we got the fingernails here, which are cast in metallic blue, and here's a nice clear blue blade part here. Of course, you can see the bottom bit is right here. It is all great dark gray plastic. Catch that. Now the bottom here, you can tell this takes 3 watch batteries, and of course this does come packaged with them, so you don't have to worry about buying. You don't have to wait, wasting your money, but prior to buying this. So yeah. And of course we got the handle here, which yes, it is a kid size handle. I can only fit like 3 fingers in there. I hold it like this, so yeah, it's gonna feel pretty awkward when you hold it, but I'm pretty sure when there's, of course, there's going to be a memorial edition of this thing that's going to make the handle, a lot wider, so we can hold the whole thing. So we'll see. But for now, of course, we've got some red accents here, which they'll show up more once we get to its robot mode. So, and of course, here is the reading system here, which is a pin system. So that's how this is going to read the Sentai rings. So yeah. Now let's get on to the sounds. So, turn this on here, and you get a quote from the Tega sword itself. Now, if you've seen the show, the Tega sword is a living being. So, this thing does have sentience. So you can press this button here, which will get some quotes from the Tega sword himself. So, here's one. And it's cycle back to that quote. So yeah. Now with that, let's get into the functionality with the Sentai rings. All right, before we get to the transformation to Goju Wolf, there's one little catch about these rings here. You cannot attach the Sentai ring with the adult size ring band, because if you try and do that, you have to like wedge this in and then it's gonna snap in like that, and of course the pins are not gonna reach this pin system here, so you cannot attach rings with the adult size ring band on. So you have to put the kid size on in order to make this work. So out of the way, let's get to the transformation. So before that, so basically you put in the ring, and then you clap this thing 6 times in rhythm, and then you press the button on below there where the thumb is. So engage. And you create the transformation into Goju Wolf. Now, if you press this button again, it makes a slashing sound. But if you hold down the button, it says Finish Finger Wolf. So there you go. So yeah. Now switch out this ring here, and we'll try out the Take a Sword Red ring here. So now we'll get to the mecha form later. Don't worry. I'm just trying to I wonder what sounds you get when you leave this into this changer form. So let's do Take a Sword Red. Now, you hear what it said? What it said there was Wolf to Caliber Go, or Wolf to Caliber 50. So, which, at the time of recording, that toy has been revealed recently. So, yeah. And, of course, we do the Finish Finger. So, we got the Wolf Sword Finish there. So, there you go. Now let's talk about the mecha mode of this. All right, we're gonna convert the Tega sword into its robot mode. So now I'm gonna do this in 2 ways. First, I'll show off it with no sounds on, and I'll do the other version with sounds. So we'll do without sounds. So you put in the Tega sword red ring like this. Now from here, you're gonna make sure you move this knuckle bit out of the way. That's because you're gonna flip these 2 fingers out to become the legs. You're gonna twist it like this. Flip up the toes. And from here, you're going to take what was the thumb. You're going to flip this down like this and flip this little blade out. Twist it to the front like this. And then take what was the knuckle, and this will fold up, become the right shoulder pad. And take what was the pinky finger, flip this knuckle up. Or I think, yeah, it's the knuckle. Yeah, that's the knuckle, I think. Yeah. All right. Now I come to the top here, and I'm going to split the blade in half like this. Just like that. And take what was the middle finger and flip it all the way back like this. And then come up to the head and flip it up. And this completes the transformation of Tega Sword Red. So, there you go. Now I'm going to cut here and do it with sounds on. So, all right, now I'm going to try this out with sounds on. So, also I know someone might be pointing this out, but the thumb's supposed to be out like this, not like this. So, I'm sorry. I forgot to do that, so my bad. All right, now it looks now it's like this, not like this. So, but yeah. So, now, of course, you have to do this in quick succession. So here we go. Let's roll this up here, and let's awaken this guy. Okay, I think it's almost perfect, but all right, I'll roll with it. But so there you go. That is the transformation with the sounds on. So there you go. Now from here, well, with the sounds are on, you can actually do that. This is, again, the vibration sensor is still there. So if you want to do this, So what's supposed to be is basically, it's supposed to be the Tega Sword robot just running or walking. So yeah. And of course the button here on the back here, you could make some sounds from this. So yeah, it shares the same exact sounds as the Tega Sword in its changer mode. So so yeah. One thing that's neat about this, that if you actually turn this off and then turn this back on while in its this configuration, it jumps straight into the transformation jingle. So that's pretty neat, I'll safely say. So kudos to Bandai for that. So yeah. Now you can attach other rings as well, but if you want to, you can switch this out with the Goju Wolf ring. So yeah, it'll play the same exact noises when the Tega Sword's in its changer mode. So yeah, so it's gonna think you're changing into Goju Wolf. So yeah. Now of course we'll switch this out with this and there. Now articulation, well, it's typical Super Sentai. Well, just the arms and that's it. So and of course there's a wrist swivel here, which is the only arm that does that. Which, oh, by the way, I forgot to point this out. The forearm itself, it does resemble the Tega Sword. Again, nicely detailed. Again, nice detail. And of course, because it's got this nice little nub here, which is of course a Sentai ring. So again, nice little detail. And yes, and just people want to point this out. Yes, the arms do come off, and that is if you want to buy some of the personal weapons for the other 4 members of Gozyuger. Which I'm not sure about those. I mean, they're just they're just cosmetics for the Tega Sword, really. But and of course they do attach to the back here. For configurations, you could do that. And yes, this thing is meant to combine with with the DX Robo Universe mecha, which I had no plans on getting those guys. So yeah. Though I do own Mew Mew Makaro, but I unfortunately don't have them nearby, so yeah. But it's something you could do with this guy, so yeah. So I think that's pretty much it for the Tega Sword and what the rings they come with. But here's a little bonus at the end here, which is the campaign bonus. So you got the campaign exclusive Sentai ring, which is the Gozyuger 1, and of course we got the complete book here. And of course, it serves as an advertisement for all the toys released in Wave 1. So, yeah. Of course, let's take a look at the ring first. You can see you got Goju Wolf there. We got number 50 here. Of course, we got special on the bottom. Now, this one, when you turn the ring itself, it does not change the top right image. So yeah. Now, this thing does not come with an adult size rings. It just comes with this size ring, this size ring band, I should say. But if you do own the Tega Sword and with the other deluxe Sentai ring sets that come packaged with these, you could do that. So, actually, let me put this on here. There we go. Here's what it looks like. Pretty neat. So. And real quick, let's show it off with the Tega Sword. So, make sure this is, forgot to turn this on. And let's try it with the Tega Sword. So, here we go. So it'll say Gozyuger, that's it. So And there you go. That's all it does. So that's that. Now let's take a look at the complete book real quick. So basically, of course, you got Goju Wolf here, Aka Ranger from Go Ranger. Of course, you got the 50th anniversary logo up top there. So in this book here, I'll start with the inner left page here. We got all the henshin, the transformation phrases that all the pop across all 50 Sentai teams. So neat. Of course, we got Go Ranger. It says they say Go in there. So, and right here we got a little mini poster here, which of course, when you flip this open and flip this piece out, this page out, it shows all the red members, all the leaders of the teams. So there you go. Now in the back, we got the got some Gojuger stuff here. Of course, we got all the members here with their respective motif of all the members. And of course, it shows an advertisement for the Tega sword. There you go. So here we go, next page. Now, the next page here from this, I think this up to this page here, this is basically a checklist of all the Sentai rays you've owned or purchased before. So yeah, pretty neat. So there you go. And there you go. That's that. Again, advertisement here, and of course it shows all the Sentai rings that's been released so far. Sentai Ring Goju Leon Tyranno, Sentai Ring Goju Eagle and Unicorn, King Oger and Bubunger, which I do own this set, which I'll look forward to that. That's gonna be my next review. Sentai Ring set Ryu Soldier and Dome Brothers. Of course, we got the Tega Sword Sentai Ring set, which of course this is the one that comes exclusively with the Jew Ranger ring, which is this one here where my thumb is. Which I got this now. I got the Tega Sword on its own, so means I might have to get a second Tega Sword set. I really hope that this thing this isn't an exclusive. I really hope it comes out in some way. I hope. But here are the individual weapons. So we got the Leon Buster 50, Tyranno Hammer 50, Eagle Shooter 50, and the Unicorn Drill 50, or Go, if you want to go off the pun, the wordplay. We got the Cane Toy, the first wave of Cane Toy Sentai rings. Mini Platega Sword, all right. Chocolate, so we got some Super Sentai Choco, all right. Green Karadeko, okay. And, yep, that's it. That's it for the book. So, overall, the deluxe Tega swords have recommended if you're getting started on Gozyuger and you want to collect the Sentai rings for this year's Sentai season. And and of course, you know the basic gist of this collectible gimmick. So basically, if you want to get more sounds of the Tega sword, you gotta get more Sentai rings. So, Now keep in mind, this is a pin system, so I really hope that this thing does read all the universe warrior rings, which are the ones that have like these Sentai members on them. You know, the Legend Sentai teams. So, might help. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure. I have no doubts about it, but we'll see. So yeah, I mean the transformation. I mean it's a pretty interesting idea to have a morpher become the mecha, which I know that's been done a lot of times in Sentai history. But yeah, it's pretty neat. I mean, it's pretty silly. It's kind of a silly concept here. It's just it's a literal hand sword. So yeah. But I'm pretty sure the Memorial Edition, which will come out like I don't know if it's going to come out like eventually like later this year. Hopefully the handle will be a lot bigger, and you can simply able to hold this with 3 fingers. But right now, let's just appreciate what we got. So I forgot to turn the sounds off. So yeah. I mean, so yeah. Not what to say about the Tega swords. So again, I recommend it if you want to get started on Gozyuger. So yeah. Now there's actually two other ways you can get this thing. What I did show off earlier was where is it at? I think it is this one here. Like this is another way you can get this thing, which is the Tega sword, but with the Sumega buckle and these the sentiments I showed off earlier. But there's another way to get it, which is the Tega sword #1 set, which comes with all five of the Gozyuger rings, which are the 5. Basically these 4 here are packaged with this, along with these 2. So, but of course, like I said before, I got this separate. So, yeah. So that's all I gotta say about this. So stay tuned next time. I'm gonna take a look at the deluxe. I forget what it is. It's the deluxe Boom Moonger and King Ogier Sentai ring set. So thank you for watching. Like what you saw, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon next to it. If I'm on Twitter and like my Facebook page, links in description. So I'll catch you next time.